So Tom, he's been on the show a lot.
Oh, okay.
And he provided some of the jokes, or most of the jokes, of all of the jokes for the Faker News tonight.
Wow,
Yeah.
they were so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tom is a writer, a joke writer. He wrote jokes for Rodney Dangerfield, amongst others.
Right.
And it was awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate you giving me the chance to write them for you.
Oh, thank you. So, do you have a question for Tom?
I do have a question. When you write the joke, do you tell people how they should say it?
Not basically, because when I've written jokes for people, they're kind of advanced in the comedy world, so they know how to deliver it, you know.
Okay.
If I'm working with a newcomer, I might tell them how to emphasize certain words, maybe do an act out while they do the joke.
Okay.
But with the people that have been established, they know how to do it.
Okay, very cool. Are all of your jokes based on personal experience?
No, well, my jokes might be. When I write for somebody else, it has to be in their voice, what they talk about, their background. So you have to put yourself aside and put yourself in their world.
That's very cool.
So, do you have an example of one of your jokes you did for Rodney Dangerfield?
One of the jokes,
bowling?
Rodney Dangerfield. My father got me a job in a bowling alley as a pin.
That's great.
That's
great.
a Rodney joke.
Awesome,
Yes.
Awesome. Can we find you?
Well, my name, Tom Padovano, on Facebook, YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram, I'm Tom Comedy 2, the number 2. My website, tomcomedy.com.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So you have a set for us tonight?
I do.
All right, Tom Padovano, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Freddie. All right. New York's a crazy town, isn't it? Really, on the subways, there's now a shortage of subway conductors. So I asked my Uncle Dulio if he's coming out of retirement to be a conductor again. And he said, 42nd Street. I guess that means yes. Now, there's a lot of rude people on the subway. I'm not rude. This man said to me, "You know what train goes to Coney Island?" I said, "Yes, I do. Have a nice day." Nice of me, you know. Now, my apartment is practically as bad as the subway. Has bugs. And the other day, I ran out of Raid. So I sprayed a cockroach with lemon pledge. Yeah. It died, but had a great, shiny finish. It's exciting for me, yeah. You know what's finished? My love life. My girlfriend and I broke up. I remember saying to her, "Honey, while we were dating, were you dating other men?" She goes, "Oh, Tom, come on. You're the 5th guy to ask me that today." Terrible. And I'm not good at meeting women. I went to this club. "Hey, babe, what's your sign?" "Keep off." So I was talking to this one woman. She said she wants to date 10 men at the same time. I said, "I'm not into that. I'm monotonous." Told her. Oh, this other woman said she wants to date a man comfortable in his own skin. I said, "Forget about me. I have psoriasis." And then she was itching to leave. It's very tough. Now, right now, though, I'm into doing these single apps, you know. Right now, I'm on the Elvis Presley dating app. Love Me Tinder. Yeah. It was great. Like, when I joined up, they were so happy. They said, "Thank you. Thank you very much." So that was nice, the Elvis Presley dating app. Now, my best friend is single and Jewish. He's on J-Date. I'm single and Italian. I'm on A-Date. Hey! Oh, I went to this wedding, half Italian, half Jewish. Everything was done 50-50. Even the songs. Hava your mother, Hava your mother. I mean, everything was done 50-50. They made the men wear yarmulkes, but on the yarmulkes, an ad for Vito's Pizza. And now my Uncle Chooch was at the wedding. Yeah, my Uncle Chooch. He was so happy because he finally got something he thought he would never get. Parole. Amazing, man. I'm losing it mentally, really. The other day, I could not find my car keys. I was driving. And now I'm having trouble with Sheila, my 20-year-old, smoking. Sheila won't stop smoking. Sheila's my car. Terrible. And I'm a nervous wreck, so what I do to relax, I'll just sit down, look out my front window for hours, and do absolutely nothing, which really upsets the drivers behind me. They don't like that at all, you know. But, oh, for a while, I was dating this much younger biker babe, but we had nothing in common. I mean, she rode a Harley. I could hardly hear. She asked me if I owned a Yamaha. I said, yes. I wear one at Jewish weddings. And it says Vito's Pizza on it. You know, it's not. Now, look, I notice people older than me. Did you know that Bugs Bunny is 80? Yeah. Now when he says, "What's up, Doc?" it's his cholesterol. Porky Pig is 77. When he says, "That's all, folks," it might be. Really, it's terrible. And I haven't been feeling that well. So I changed health plans. I used to be with Blue Cross. Now I'm with International House of Physicians. IHOP. Yeah. Oh, IHOP is great. With every exam, a free pancake. So they gave me this doctor, Dr. Julio Alejandro Bernstein. Oh, this man's amazing. Taught me things I never knew. How to approach an attractive woman in a restaurant without fear of rejection by using the Heimlich maneuver. And I love the slogan there at this place. If we can't cure you, we will pay for your funeral. Isn't that nice? But, you know, he got mad at me, the doctor. I said, "Listen, doctor, it hurts me when I touch here. It hurts me when I touch here. It hurts me when I touch here." He goes, "Idiot, you got a broken finger." Well, listen, you've been a great crowd. Thank you. God bless. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So our next comedian is Jorjja Metz?
Yes.
Jorjja.
You got it right before. Georgia.
Georgia. Georgia on my mind, but spelled
Yes, I
completely
know.
different.
It's completely different. Thanks, Mom. It's been a real ride. Thank you.
So, Georgia, where are you from?
I'm from Westchester County.
Woo, wow.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I thought you were going to say, how long does it take you to get here? I left yesterday because I heard about the traffic. Oh, my God.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Oh, let me count. Can I count without a calculator? 8 years.
Wow, wow. Nice, nice. Who's your favorite comedian?
You know, I want to say, I don't know, it changes every week. Depends on what special I saw on Netflix. I want to say Kevin Hart, and then Chris Rock, and Sebastian, and et cetera, so forth. That's the kind of humor I like.
Do you have a Facebook or, you know?
Yeah, so actually it's one of the dark secrets, and I have to reveal on Facebook I'm under an alias name because I was bullied in school. So you know those bullies grew up, right? So they're still being bullied. So on Facebook, my name is Jorjja. I'd rather not say. But I'm a nurse, and then I have another page that says Jorjja RN, which is to the public and to the hypochondriacs. So feel free to write a question there. And then I'm on Instagram, and my name is The Comic in the Crowd on Instagram.
Okay, awesome. So do you have 5 minutes for us?
At least I'm Italian. Okay.
All right. Woo! All right.
Now,
Jorjja Metz, ladies and gentlemen.
so I heard someone talking about dating before. I just want to say it's been so long since I had a date. The soaps are starting to look like porn. I mean, and I thought the material had to be clean, so I brought this napkin just in case, Nevin. I tend to go in the opposite direction. So I'm on dating sites. I'm on a site right now called Disharmony. It's a site for difficult people to meet. So I wasn't always a nurse. I had a job in Sleepy's. I loved it. I had a little touch of narcolepsy, so I used to take a lot of naps there. And I managed a lot of beauty rests while I was there. And the men used to come in and say, I'm looking for a bed. I'd say, what's your sleep number? What do you mean? I have a sleep number? Yeah, let's go find out. So I sold more number 69 beds than anybody, and I was promoted to head saleswoman by the end of the month.
Right. Yeah.
I know. I'm supposed to talk about that. But so on the drive here, driving on the bridge, I get behind a car, and there's a sign on the back window. It says, baby on board. It's like, I'm a baby too sometimes, but I don't broadcast it. Baby on board. Now I feel like I have to watch out for the baby. Is there really a baby in there? Is it strapped in properly? Who's driving? Is she changing lanes without putting her signal on? Quick, I'm going to write down the license plate number and report her. I don't want to know about the baby on board. I want to know other important information. Ex-con on board. Single and looking on board. Off-duty porn star on board. No, can't have any of that stuff. I got to hear about your baby. Sorry, lady. I'm sorry. But really, why is there a sign for the baby on board? Because her partner or whoever's driving the baby to daycare may forget. But why would you put the sign in the back of the car? Because we all know men, when they park the car, they always like to turn around. You see how the back of the car looks, and then you see the sign, Jesus Christ, I forgot about the baby. All right, let me go get the baby. So I have 2 children. They live outside of the house. No, I meant they live in a tent outside. No, they're outside the house. And my daughter didn't want to leave me stranded because I don't know anything about technology. She's not answering the phone, answering questions for me. So she left me with Alexa. I said, who's Alexa? Oh, artificial intelligence. I said, oh, speaking of artificial intelligence, how's your dad doing? So I like Alexa. She's really cool, very respectful. Every morning I say, Alexa, how's the weather outside? She tells me the weather. She doesn't say, Mom, look out the window. Is it sunny or is it raining? Isn't that the weather? Not only does she tell me today's weather, she tells me tomorrow's forecast. So, you know what? I love Alexa. She never makes a mess. She's always in the same place every day. So I just want my kids to know, guess what? I rewrote my will. She gets a third, you get a third, and my son gets a third. Okay? Thanks, everybody. So I said earlier I was a nurse. So I am still a nurse. I just, retired early. And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you for my service. Yeah. So I tell my coworkers that I do stand up. Jorjja, how can you get on stage and tell jokes in front of strangers? I'm giving enemas to strangers. Are you kidding me? You know what would be hard? Giving enemas to people I know. Are you feeling constipated? Step right up into my office. Anyway, so I dated a lot of doctors while I was there. I dated an anesthesiologist. I said, you know what? When I'm with you, I don't feel anything. We got to break up, I dated a dermatologist, but he was always getting under my skin. And I had one more joke about I guess it's too late for that joke. Let me think of a real quick joke. I dated a ventriloquist one time, but he was always putting words in my mouth, so we had to break up. I'm the one who does all the talking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woo. All right.
Wow.
That was great.
That was amazing.
Okay, our next comedian is
Oh, hi. I'm Anthony.
Anthony.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Anthony. What's your last name?
Oh, sorry. Anthony Crescenzo.
Crescenzo. Oh, nice to meet you, Anthony. And Anthony, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, cool, cool.
I know, there's not that many of us here.
I know, right? Yeah, you're out of state.
I guess so. I have to be for my people who aren't here. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to cross the bridge. Don't know, whatever.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Well, honestly, right now, Jody Oliver. And you.
Oh, thank you.
I've been watching him all day. He's doing a great job.
Yes.
It's a funny show.
Thank you.
100 good episodes, I'm assuming.
What made you get into comedy?
You're never going to believe this story. All right, so I was always a jerk at the bars with one of my friends. That's how we would get girls. And yeah, I would say the stupidest thing possible, and that made me everybody else's wingman. So at one point, I wound up parking cars for Rascals Comedy Club just to make some extra money. Wendy Liebman's manager and herself came out, and they saw me, and I just started saying stupid stuff. And they're like, why are you parking cars? First of all, you don't know how to drive a stick shift because you just stole my car 3 times. I'm like, yeah, you're right. She goes, also, you should probably be inside. You're funnier than the comics that work there. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, can you get me in? She's like, here's $100. Don't talk to me again. So now I just tell jokes inside.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right.
That's awesome.
Okay, so where can we find you?
Let's see, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, pretty much everything, all under Anthony Crescenzo or Devil's Den Comedy Club.
Okay, awesome. Do you have 5 minutes for us?
I have 45, but I'll do 5.
Okay, awesome. Anthony Crescenzo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. That was awesome. I like the way you play.
Oh, thank you.
You're well. Thank you. I have no talent. I can't do anything. You're doing great, though. All right, so you guys all know that I'm from New Jersey. Thanks for anybody watching. I'm a Giants fan, though. I
6-1 they are.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like when they have a good year, it's going to be a bad end of a year.
Oh yeah. Well,
Every time it's like 5-5, 6-6, like they're going to the Super Bowl. This year, they're actually doing well, so it's not going to happen. Like last week, we were supposed to watch the Giants game together, right? Me and my wife, we were just going to sit down on the couch, watch the game. Great Sunday, right? Just some beer and that's it. But then her brother called, and he's like, "Oh, can you do us a favor and watch the dog? She's got 2." Like, yeah, we'll watch one of the dogs. My wife got like so excited. She's like, oh my God, yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna get the puppy. This is gonna be wonderful. We're gonna go to Asbury Park, New Jersey. They have like a dog park. We can go there. We can walk the dog on the beach. It'll be great. I'm like, I thought we were gonna watch the game. She goes, look, we can go to the bar. We can watch the game there. I'm like, okay, that's fair. She's like, why don't you call up your best friend and have him bring his wife, and they'll bring the baby. I'm like, great. So they do. They bring the baby. We're driving to Asbury Park. She wants to go to this place called Wonder Bar. Apparently, Wonder Bar has like all these pictures up where John Bon Jovi is seen drinking there. And she's like, if John Bon Jovi drinks there, it's got to be a great place. We got to go to Wonder Bar because all the cool people go to Wonder Bar. I'm like, well, your husband just dropped a special on Amazon, but sure, yeah, we got to be cool. Let's go to Wonder Bar. So we go down to Wonder Bar. We're driving down there. We're on the turnpike or parkway. I don't remember. My friend calls me up. He's like, bro, we got a problem. We just got to Wonder Bar. And the bouncer asked us for ID, and so me and my wife gave him ID, and he goes, all 3 of you. All 3? The baby? You want identification for the baby? He's 1 year old. There's nothing you could sell him in here that he could drink. Not Coors Light, not Jaeger, nothing. Do you have Similac? He could drink that. Nothing else is this baby gonna drink. Like, sorry, man. I thought that was a midget. Also, you can't get in with a 1 year old. That's not gonna happen. No babies inside a Wonder Bar. It's like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. My friend's coming down with his wife and the dog. Oh no, the dog can get in, but not that baby. All right, fine. I guess we're not getting into Wonder Bar. He goes, do you know another place? I was like, yeah, let's go down the street. There's a place called Tia Maria. We can go outside. And we did. We went outside. It was great. As soon as we got there, I'm walking the dog. I got a Giants jersey on. I see the baby. The baby's got a Giants jersey on. This is great. Oh, my God. Photo op with the baby. Let's go. I go to pick up the baby. I'm still holding the dog. And all these like 21-year-old girls see the dog. And it's a puppy. It's beautiful. It's white. Its name is Atlas. It's amazing. The girls see the dog and, oh my God, that's a puppy. I need to see the puppy. I want to pick it up. I want to rub it. What's its name? How old is it? Is it still teething? I'm like, yes, it's still teething. And there is something way more exciting going on over here. There's a baby right over there. You guys want one? Go smell it. I didn't know what to do. And finally, I break the dog away so this way I can go pick up the baby. We go to the table, right? We're sitting there, we're eating, we're drinking. I can't watch the game because it's too far away, so I put it on my phone. By the way, I didn't get a chance to watch the end of that game. 2 minutes to the end of the game, my phone dies, the battery. Oh, well. Hey, what are you going to do? The kid's over there with me at the table. The dog's with me at the table. The newspaper comes over and is like, hey, would you guys mind taking a picture for the Asbury Park coaster? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, let's do this. And they're like, oh my God, what are all your names? This is gonna be great. By the way, what's the name of the dog? I'm like, the dog's name is Atlas. Is that the whole reason he came down here to take a picture of the dog? Like, no, actually, the baby. And I went, the baby? Like, yeah. Asbury Park's a predominantly gay town. We haven't seen a baby in 6 years. We thought it was a midget originally. I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stone Ponies over there. It's great. That's not where we went that day, but we were going to. We wound up going to the boardwalk with the baby, and we're walking the dog. We're walking the baby. Next thing I know, the baby's just full on sprinting, just running, like doing 2 miles an hour. For a baby, that's a sprint. It's a marathon too, like 3 minutes. Just start running, and then the baby falls down right in front of the convention center. Just face plants, just like that. Feet up in the air, face down, and I'm just looking at the baby, and everybody's like, oh my God, the baby! Oh, what happened to the baby? And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly how this baby got kicked out of Wonder Bar earlier today. And all of a sudden, everybody's laughing, including total strangers. My wife turns to me, she's like, why are these strangers laughing? They don't know the context. One of the strangers wound up saying out loud, that's not the first baby to ever get kicked out of Wonder Bar. I was like, what's the problem? Like, yeah, you can't bring a baby, you breeder. And I went, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, oh, is that your dog? It's beautiful. By the way, did you catch the end of the Giants game? It was magical. And I went, I didn't. Thanks for spoiling it for me. You guys are a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Our next guest is Bruce Lipsky. How you doing, Bruce?
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Bruce, where are you from, Bruce?
I'm actually born in the Bronx, but we moved to Queens. But then I actually live in Long Island now. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Long Island.
Where we had a lot of Bronx today.
Yeah.
It should be called the Bronx Comedy Show.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
So do you have anything to offer for inspiring comedians? What would you give their advice to?
I think Tom hit it on the nail on the head. You just got to keep on writing, pull from your own experiences, and just have fun doing it. You know, don't worry if you have a joke that doesn't work one night. Just keep working it because you're going to have good nights and bad nights. Just don't give up. That's all. Yeah.
And how did you get into comedy? What made you get into comedy?
It was kind of ironic because I was in a very serious automobile accident years ago, and bad spinal injury. And I said, if I can stand up, I'm going to get into stand-up. And actually. I'm doing stand-up.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
I'm on the basic stuff: Facebook, Bruce Lipsky Comedy; Instagram, Bruce Lipsky Comedy; and also my website, brucecomedy.com.
Do you have 5 minutes for us?
Absolutely.
5 minutes.
Bruce Lipsky, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't mind a cane. I'm just using it to settle my lawsuit. No, I don't know if anybody has elderly parents here, but I got a call from my 93-year-old dad the other day. He said, Bruce, guess what? They just opened up a new comedy club in my neighborhood. I said, Dad, that's fantastic. What's it called? He said, Stand Up MRI. I said, Dad, did you check it out? He said, yeah, it's very weird. I don't think they ever close. I said, what do you mean? He says, the sign always says open MRI. But I worry about him because he had his annual physical, and his doctor called me up. He says, Mr. Lipsky, your father showed up in my office carrying a small chair. I said, did you ask him why? He said, yeah. He said, that was his stool sample.
Wow.
I said, it kind of makes sense because lately he's been complaining of hard stools. But the doctor said, I suggest you get him right to the hospital, get some tests done. So I brought him to the hospital, walking down the hallway, and this technician passes us with this machine that has all these tubes and hoses. My father stops him and says, Mister, you're not going to hook me up to that machine today, are you? The guy says, I hope not for your sake. It's a carpet cleaner. But I worry about I'm going to turn into my dad. He had this philosophy. He said, Bruce, you should always put your best foot forward. But who knew at age 67 my best foot forward would have the gout? And as I said, I was born in 1956. I'm going to be turning 67 in January. I looked in the mirror the other day. I look like a 56 old broken down Buick. This body is totally out of shape. My rear end is making funny sounds. My hoses are leaking. And my ball joints have all dried out. I said, I better get Mako. Mako says, oh, no, you better get Medicare. It used to be in my house, if I had a leak, I'd call my plumber. Now I call my urologist. And he's $50 cheaper. Back in the day, I used to go to something called Studio 54. I'd get on that dance floor, I'd meet a woman, I'd go bust a move. Now I'm afraid to take my wife dancing. I may bust a hip. The other day, my wife said, Bruce, let's get down tonight. I said, honey, I don't mind getting down, but how the hell am I going to get up? And as you get older, you start to forget things. I swear my foam mattress has a better memory than I do. And my wife has been getting on my case lately. She said, Bruce, lately when I talk to you, you don't seem to be paying attention to me. Do you have loss of hearing? I said, no, honey, I got loss of listening. But when you get older, you got to stay in shape. So I started an exercise program, but I only exercise late at night, between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning. I'm running sprints from the bedroom to the bathroom. My wife calls it my fleet of pee. But my wife is a fitness nut. She takes something called goat yoga. I don't know if you ever heard of this before. This is where you're in the studio, you're lying on the mat, and these horny, hairy creatures are roaming the studio. And goats, too. But my wife finds it very therapeutic and relaxing when the goat jumps on her back and licks her ears. I said, wait a second. When I tried to do that last week, you stopped me and threw me out of the bedroom. Now you'll pay a goat to do it? She says, well, he has fresher breath and better technique. I said, did they allow kids in the class? She says they only use adult goats. And before I met my wife, I dated a lot of people. I even dated a very famous TV weather person. I remember the first time we got intimate. It was like a bad winter forecast. She's predicting 10 to 12. All she got was 2 to 4. Man, was she angry. Now I know why they name hurricanes after women. But I'm very fortunate. We've been married 30 years. We just celebrated our anniversary. 30 years of wedded bliss. Terrors. That's because she's been rubbing me the wrong way, and I got the calluses to prove it. When we first met, our love was infectious. Now our relationship is just chronic. And the research says as you get older, your skin gets thinner, which is kind of weird because after 30 years of marriage, I developed a much thicker skin. And she thinks everybody in the house is a food critic. She'll spend an hour online surfing for a recipe, another hour shopping, another hour cooking, and in 30 seconds, my son will say, you're cooking that crappy chicken again? And she got mad at me the other day. She said, Bruce, you think I'm running a 5-star restaurant in this house? I said, apparently you are, because every time you cook, I have reservations. Thank you. My name is Bruce Lipsky.
Fred, what a great show.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So,
we had
Fred,
a lot of great comedians.
Before I forget, Fred,
yes.
We have some sponsors.
Oh, right.
Yes.
We do have sponsors.
We have Oriental Plaza.
Oriental Plaza. Mm-hmm. Let Raquel say one. Bella
Beans.
Cafe. Bella Beans Cafe, right?
Provided the beautiful crumb cake for tonight.
And we got Island-wide
Realty.
Right. I last time I said reality. Island-wide Realty, right?
And Diddley
Deli.
Bagel and Deli. Diddley D Bagel and Deli.
There we go.
These are on
Oriental
Plaza.
That's it.
And High
Tobacco.
Hey, all right, there you
High
go.
Tobacco.
High Tobacco, right.
High
Awesome.
Tobacco.
Right, awesome.
Didn't we have someone who helps with finances?
What's that?
Did we have
A.
And
J.
C.
Advisors.
advisor.
AJC
There we go.
Advisors.
Okay, we got it. All right, awesome.
That's it, right?
Yeah. So Fred, the 100th show, it's in the books.
It's in the book.
So,
Brian's
bye,
gonna put it
everybody.
on.
See you the next time on the Staten Island Comedy Show.